Hello, friends, Sober Curious community. I hope you're doing well. So glad that you all are here and taking this Sober Curious journey with me and for yourself. And I don't know about you, but the holiday season is upon us and we're already in it. And like my post says, are you feeling the anxiety at all? Do you feel some anxiety like, it's coming, I'm going to see more family. Maybe you're going to go to work parties, and maybe that thought has crossed your mind like, oh my goodness, I'm sober curious. Maybe I want to be alcohol free this holiday season. I wonder what that would be like. But even that thought makes you anxious. Maybe you have been feeling anxious in general, got to get all the gifts, do all the things, go to the parties, go to the work parties, see family that maybe you don't want to see. It just sort of like raises your level a little bit, right? I know it does for me. Kind of raises your level and goes, okay, how can I do this season and maintain my peace? That is the question. How can you maintain your peace during a busy season where maybe you see family more and do more things, right? Hey, Pam, if that's you, I think you just popped on my screen here. Hi, good to see you. So glad you're here. Okay, and maybe you're like, I don't know, can I stay alcohol free during the holidays? Like Thanksgiving is 6 days away. Is it possible to go to a holiday event alcohol free? Right? Thanks for saying hi. Oh my goodness, Facebook, let me see the comments. Yay! Hi, friend. I hope you're well. I've been thinking about you. Said a prayer for you yesterday. So let me know how you're doing. I mean, you don't have to let me know here in the comments. Just message me when you get a chance. So here's the thing. There are so many expectations, I feel like, when it comes around to expectations around the holiday season. There's expectations everywhere in life, but you're so welcome. But especially, I feel like the holiday season, there's like this expectation that you have to go do this traditional dinner on Thanksgiving, or maybe you always meet with the family on a Saturday, like my husband's family does. Every Saturday after Thanksgiving, we get together. There's just that expectation there, right? And maybe we have an expectation that's when I drink more because that stress, it's really hard for me to handle that anxiety and stress and all the expectation with the season. Here's what I want to say. How can you have peace in this season? And how can you step into being sober curious and alcohol free? How can we do that? I have a tactic for you. This is something I do in my coaching as well. When you coach with me one-on-one, I love to give tools and tactics so you have a big toolbox that helps you during the time of the event. And here's one of the tactics that I use for myself and that I hope that you can benefit from as Thanksgiving and Black Friday and Christmas is approaching, okay? It's called, you are going to set an intention instead of an expectation. So I know, right? Like you're like, what? How am I going to do that? There's so many expectations during this season. What if you stepped into the season with intention? Your intention is to be alcohol free. If you have that intention, what plan can you put in place? Your intention is, man, when I go on Thanksgiving, like I'm hosting Thanksgiving this year, just with my dad and his wife. It's very small with my family, and I'm very excited about it. This is the first time I'm really excited about it. My intention is to connect with my dad. He's getting older, and his wife, they're getting older. My intention is we're gonna connect. My intention is to be alcohol free. My intention and plan is to have drinks and food that I enjoy and that my family enjoys, right? I have intention to love everyone there. What if you're at a big family event and there's like 50 people there, right? You could set an intention of, I really want to connect with a couple of aunts this time, or I really want to connect with a couple cousins I haven't seen in a couple of years. So your intention is connecting, right? So have an intention when you go to this holiday party or when you spend time with other people. Drinking alcohol gets to take a back seat. Like you get to do that. You get to choose that. You can say, okay, alcohol is going back here. And my intention is I'm going to have a plan. I'm going to bring my own beverages. I'm going to bring my own cooler. And you can have the intention to not tell anyone your plan, but you have a plan, right? And you have your cooler there and you have your drinks there, and your intention is alcohol takes a back seat. I'm going to prioritize myself, and I'm intending to connect with others, right? There's such a different vibe there, isn't there? It's almost like a vibe of excitement, of actually maybe looking forward to the holiday season, and go in with an experiment mindset. So when you're going to this gathering where maybe you've always drank excessively at it, or you have a couple of drinks at it, right? What if you go in with an experiment mindset? I wonder what this is like alcohol-free. I've never done it before. Maybe it's your first year being sober curious and alcohol-free. And so you set the intention, I wonder what this is going to be like. Okay. All right. I'm going to sit with that. I'm going to see what this is like. So your intention is, all right, this is an experiment. This is data for me. Like, I love sometimes when we think of our journey in data, it kind of takes all the emotions, the stress, and the anxiety also out of the equation. And we go in and say, oh, okay, I'm going to have some intention around this. I'm going to take some data on this and see how I feel when it's all done. And remember, the important thing after you go through the holiday season and go through the events and the parties, but after each single one you go to, or each single activity that you're a part of, when you set your intention, afterwards, check in with yourself. Okay, check in with yourself and say, okay, how am I doing now? Like, how do I feel? What are my thoughts? How am I going to move forward here? You know, did that feel good? Because you just experimented being sober curious or alcohol free, right? So how do I feel now? So be able, after you set your intention, you go through your intention setting and you do it, check in with yourself when you get home. Check in with yourself the next day after you've had some rest and say, okay, how did that feel to me? Because really, in order to gain that peace, in order to gain that freedom, right? Alcohol takes a back seat, and we set our intention, not our expectation, but we set an intention. There's just such a big difference, and it's so freeing, isn't it? So guys, let me know if this was valuable to you in your journey. Say value below. I hope it encouraged you to, as you go through the next week, and when Thanksgiving is in 6 days, that you will set an intention today on that day and have a plan. And alcohol takes a back seat. Go in with an experiment mindset and just see how it feels. See what it's like, right? Just go in with no expectations and all the intention, and whatever feels good to you, go in with those intentions, okay? And be sure to check in with yourself too. So anyways, guys, oh yeah, I usually say if you watch the replay, say replay below. So if you just watched all this, say replay so I can connect with you and I know who's watching. And something exciting that we have going on for January, you guys are going to see it come up a lot here after Thanksgiving and in December, is Dry January. I offer a 5-day alcohol experiment. It's completely free. 5 days of being alcohol free and sober curious, right? Or there's different ways that we can look at it. When that time comes, we'll let you know. But if you want to be on the wait list, usually that's a very large group because Dry January is big after the holiday season. Say dry in the comments below. I'll put you on the wait list. I'll be sure to reach out to you when the time comes at the end of December, and we'll do that experiment together. It'll be great because you'll get 5 days of coaching from me, and it will just be a really great time to experiment there in the new year. So stay tuned, that's coming. But for now, what's your intention this holiday season? What's your intention? All right, be well, friends. Talk to you soon.